Ko Rachel Mackintosh, tōku ingoa, ko te kai whakahaere nāianei. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa. Greetings to Ngāti Whātua, the mana whenua of this place. To our dead, farewell, farewell, thrice farewell. Greetings to the Auckland Unitarian family. Welcome to our visitors. Welcome to those on Zoom. Welcome to this church made sacred by Auckland Unitarians for more than 124 years. For those of you in the building, please join us after the service for morning tea. It is our sacrament of hospitality. You are welcome, all as you are. You find us as we are. My name is Rachel Mackintosh, and I am the worship leader today. You have come on the first Sunday of a new year for this congregation. Unitarian Universalists traditionally begin the new year with a water communion. Water is a powerful symbol that we will explore through the next hour. We do this knowing and maybe directly experiencing significant damage and loss of life in Aotearoa from slips and floods caused by excessive rainfall. With increased ocean temperatures in the Coral Sea and other waters north of here, there is more water vapour in the air, so heavy rainfall is heavier. Human activity has increased the damage wreaked by otherwise life-giving water. Within this context, at the heart of this morning, will be the blending of waters that are important to us. They may have come from our tap, a puddle we splashed through on our daily walk, there are plenty of those, the floods, the ocean of Takapuna Beach, or a stream far away, or from our pitcher of virtual water on the Chalice table. This morning here in this place, actual and virtual, we will share why the water we share is important to us. As we each pour our contribution into the bowl and share what it means to us, we symbolically honour our coming back together to continue our journey in the year ahead. We are in a committed, intentional journey that seeks transformation of ourselves, transformation of our community, and transformation of the world, that we and they may reflect our core values. We take this journey not out of some selfish motive or self-righteous arrogance. We do it in humility for the next generation. We do it in love's recreation of the new day. Ted, would you mind lighting the chalice? Each of us comes to this sacred space today to dip into the well that nourishes our hungry spirits. Each of us comes with our own cup of goodness to pour into the well. The chalice is a vessel, a bowl, a cup. We drink together. With the light we place in this vessel, we also place our common hopes, our shared dreams, our mutual commitment to a world made whole. May we be strengthened in our bonds of love and peace. Thank you, Ted. Please now take a moment to close your eyes and breathe. Breathe in the possibility of tomorrow and breathe out what is done. Thank you. I now invite you, if you wish, to say with me the covenant of our congregation. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is the sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony. Thus do we covenant with each other and with our God. Thank you. I now have a reading which is from Unitarian poet Mary Oliver, and it is excerpts from a poem called At the River Clarion. I will wait. Maybe I won't. If you can't hear this on Zoom, there are a lot of sirens outside. I don't know who God is exactly, but I'll tell you this. I was sitting in the river named Clarion on a water-splashed stone, and all afternoon I listened to the voices of the river talking. Whenever the water struck a stone, it had something to say, and the water itself, and even the mosses trailing under the water. And slowly, very slowly, it became clear to me what they were saying. Said the river, I am part of holiness. And I too, said the stone. And I too, whispered the moss beneath the water. I'd been to the river before a few times. Don't blame the river that nothing happened quickly. You don't hear such voices in an hour or a day. You don't hear them at all if selfhood has stuffed your ears. And it's difficult to hear anything anyway, through all the traffic, the ambition. Of course, for each of us, there is the daily life. Let us live it, gesture by gesture. When we cut the ripe melon, should we not give it thanks? And should we not thank the knife also? We do not live in a simple world. And still, pressed deep into my mind, the river keeps coming, touching me, passing by on its long journey, its pale, infallible voice, singing. We pause at this time to hold and honour the very personal joys and concerns of this gathering. You are invited to come forward and light a candle and share yours with us, or simply come forward and light a candle in silence. And for those of you on Zoom, if you could raise your electronic hand or just wave if you can't figure that out, and I will call on you as I see you. I now invite you again to take a moment to close your eyes and breathe. Breathe in the possibility of tomorrow and breathe out what is done. Now is the time for our water communion. So why do we repeat this ritual every year? It certainly isn't to brag about our travels. When we share water in the common bowl, it reminds us that while we are separate people, we are also part of an interdependent community. You probably know about the water cycle. Humans are in the middle of this cycle. When we drink our 2 litres of water every day and then sweat or urinate or die, we take and then put water back into the water cycle. So water is constantly on the move. Even if you didn't study chemistry, you might well know that water is a molecule made up of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atom. This molecule being tiny, if you had 18 grams of water, or a little more than half an ounce for the imperial among us, that would be about 6 times 10 to the 23 molecules. This would be 602 sextillion molecules. If you were a 10-year-old child weighing 35 kilograms, you would contain 20 litres of water, or 20,000 grams, or 602 septillion molecules. That child returns 10%, or 2 litres, to the water cycle every day. Because water is constantly cycling around, and because every human being has such large numbers of molecules of water cycling through them, there's a very good chance that each one of us has at least a few molecules of water that were formerly in the bodies of Socrates, Sappho, Jesus, Muhammad, and the Buddha, and any number of great and wise people from the past, as well as some of history's villains. So, when we say that we are all interconnected, that statement is quite literally true. We are all interconnected through the water cycle, not only with each other, but with all living beings, past and present. Mary Magdalene, Kupe, Mary Wollstonecraft, Te Puia, Billie Holiday, your grandmother, my grandmother, our First Minister, William Jelly, all might literally be connected to you through water. And so now I invite each of you to bring your water, and if you didn't bring it, please feel free to use the virtual and also real water that's here in the picture on the table. It can stand in for the water that you are connected to. Those of you at home, please raise your hands to indicate you wish to share, and I will call on you. If you have water, pour it, and we will pour water for you here. When you take your turn, please briefly tell us where your water comes from and why it's important to you as we come together to begin our new year. Someone has to start. So I close this ritual, just check, last opportunity, anybody who was sitting on the fence. Okay. I close this ritual with these words. Guided by love, secured by hope, and made courageous by faith, we gather together at a moment of beginning, both learning and teaching, welcoming the injured and the healing, ever justice seeking. We bless this congregation with our love, with pilgrims and seekers, growing children and cherished seniors, guided by pillars and by leaders. We bless this congregation with our hope, praying and resolving, trusting and involving, some settled, some evolving. We bless this congregation with our faith, Let us receive our ingathering as a gift. May it inspire renewed commitment to our great covenant of love, hope, and faith. May our eyes be opened to opportunities for broad ministry within, throughout, and beyond. And may the blessings we come to know through that vision be a blessing to the world. Amen. I invite you to sit with the ritual we have shared, to close your eyes and breathe in from the air around you. Breathe out some water vapour to continue the water cycle. Now it's time to extinguish the chalice. The big candle's extinguished itself, but we have other candles. And this is not the normal extinguishing words, this is particular to the water communion. I am but a drop of water. Alone I would disappear, dried up by the scorching sun, or sucked up by the dry, thirsty earth. But together we can wear out stones, carve out the Grand Canyon, make streams and rivers, and find our way to the sea. Thank you, Ted. Okay, I have closing words by Cale Rice. It starts with a drop, then a trickle, a burble, a rush of water bubbling towards its destination. And finally, the wide, endless sea. All rivers run to the sea. Today, you brought water poured into a common bowl. Though our experiences have differed, these waters mingle, signifying our common humanity. Today, you came and shared in this sacred community. May you depart this sacred space, hearts filled with hope for new beginnings. A fresh start. Go forth, but return to this community, where rivers of tears may be shed, where dry souls are watered, where your joy bubbles, where your life cup overflows, where deep in your spirit you have found in this place a home. All rivers run to the sea. And now I invite you to stand and sing our closing song. The one I had planned, I couldn't find an online track to support us, so we're doing this a cappella, but I hope there's enough people in the room who know this song, and we sing it twice. We have sung it before. Please stand as you are able to sing our closing hymn. That song is very commonly sung for our newest people in the church. That's very commonly sung in this country, and the words mean love and faith and peace. And tato tatoe is all of us together, so I thought it was apt.